class. I'm Heather. I'll be leading you through this practice today. Just kind of a little disclaimer at the beginning of this class. This is a more advanced practice. It's a pretty strong class. So if this is your first time joining us with Yoga Mo-Flo, or if you're new to exercising and moving around in general, I would really encourage you to maybe try a different class. But if you do want to try this one, I will be offering some modifications throughout. And so you'll have that option to kind of take it a little bit more easy, but I just wanted to get that out there ahead of time, that if you're looking for something simple and relaxing today, probably this isn't the class for you. With that being said, we're going to start, and we're going to start lying down on our backs. So come on down to your mat, and to start here, let's take our feet out as wide as our yoga mat and let our knees just fall in together. And then you can gently place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, and we're just going to take a few breaths here, just getting ourselves ready for the practice. So take some deep inhales and exhales, and I just want you right now to do a body scan and just think physically how you feel today. If you notice any areas of tension in your body or tightness, go ahead and recognize that, and then we'll check in again at the end and see if you notice any shifts. For me, I know that today I have some tightness in my lower back, so just something I'm going to be mindful of, and then I'll check in again at the end and see if anything has shifted there. The other thing I'd like for you to do is just to do an energetic body scan, just how your energy level is today. If you're super duper pumped or if you're feeling sluggish, just notice, not judging it good or bad, but we're just becoming aware and increasing our mind-body connection as we get more acquainted with our bodies through movement. So let's just do one more deep breath and exhale. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. From here, we're going to do something a little unorthodox. Maybe you've done this before, maybe not, but we're going to roll back and forth. So I'm going to take my arms over my head and just do one really big stretch here. Oh, getting excited and ready. And then I'm going to roll over to my right. And then I'm going to come back to center. And then I'm going to roll over to my left. We're going to do this 4 more times each direction. I know it's a little weird. You're going to get acquainted with your floor, probably noticing if you have a dirty floor or a dirty carpet. You'll see it wind up on your clothes. I probably shouldn't have worn white. Oh well, too late now. We're in the thick of it. Let's go once more. Once more to the left. Good job. Go ahead and come back to center. Oh, I rolled off my mat, so I'm going to scoot down. And then from here, we're going to come up into a bridge pose. So for me, I like to be able to feel my heels. That tells me I have the right distance here, but that may be different for you. That's just my body. Everybody's different. So go ahead and find where your feet are under your knees and come up into your bridge. We're just going to hold here. Start to warm up our glutes and our backside body. If you like, you can take your palms and rest them facing up. This way, when we start to do some movement in this shape, you're not going to be inclined to push down with your hands, offering support there. We really just want all of this coming through the legs. You're not using your upper body very much right now at all. So from here, we're going to do some bridge marches. So go ahead and lift up one leg, the knee to the chest, and then take it back down, and then the other. Really being mindful that our hips are staying quite high. This is a backside body glute exercise. We're just going to start marching here, warming up. I'm really glad you're here today. I'm glad you've committed to this practice. And we are doing some different kind of moves. So taking the time right now to really commit to it and give it a shot. I think it's going to be fun. Let's do one more each leg here. And go ahead and lower the hips down. For just a second here, let's take our knees into our chest. Hold here. You can even rock a little bit side to side. And then we're going to come and warm up our core. So from here, we're going to take our legs out long, arms overhead, and squeeze back into a ball. We're going to do that 7 more times. What I want you to think about here is keeping your lower back flush with the mat. If you feel that when you have your legs down low, your lower back pops up, then like this one here, take your feet up higher because you want that lower back to stay on the mat. Let's do 2 more. I lost count, so we might have gone over here. I'm not sure. Last one. Good job. So from here, we're going to do some roll-ups into a figure 4 ankle stretch. So this is going to be a little different too. We're going to come up on our backs, cross one leg under the other, come up onto that calf here and stretch out the opposite ankle. And then come back down to the other side. This is 2, 3, this is mobility. 4, there's 5, 6, also kind of fun. 7, last one, 8. Go ahead and stay up and walk your hands behind you. From here, we're going to come up into one-armed reverse table lift and stretches. So I'm going to come up and reach back with my right hand and then back down. Then my left. Okay, let's do 6 more. So 6, 5, 4, last 3. Here's 2, and 1, and then come back down. Let's go ahead and stay up. Turn your wrists to face your feet, and we're going to hold here for just a second. You can rock forward and back, rock a little bit side to side. We're getting a wrist warm up, stretching out our wrists, getting ready to hold some planks, do some work. Awesome job. From here, let's walk our hands forward and come into a yogi squat. So here we are here. We're just going to hold here for just a second in our yogi squat. And we're going to do some reaches. So from here, let's reach out with our hands. Take our right arm behind us and stretch. And then switch over to our left. Let's do that. Couple more times each side, just warming up through the spine. Last one here, and then let's lift our hips up to the sky and come into a forward fold. So from here we're going to do our ragdoll fold. You can grab opposite elbows and sway a little bit side to side. If you always grab opposite elbows like I do, maybe this time you want to interlace the fingers and grasp behind the head, just getting a little bit more traction through the spine. You can keep your knees bent. We're just starting. It's still early in the practice. But if you want to try to gently straighten the legs, you can. It's up to you. Just resting here in our forward fold. All right, let's go ahead and release that. Walk your feet back together to they're about either having your feet touch or hip distance apart. Go ahead and look up and lengthen. You can reach your shins here, really lengthen out through the spine, and then forward fold. Let's go ahead and raise our arms wide, come up, palms kiss, and right away we fold back down. Let's take that flat back one more time, and then we're going to step back with the right leg, step back with the left. Go ahead and drop the knees and lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Keep your hands where they are. Lift up into a baby cobra and release. From here, just glide through tabletop into a child's pose for just a moment. And then come back up and find your downward facing dog. All right, very good. From here, take your left foot to the middle of your mat and then lift your right leg up high. So you're in your three-legged dog. And then from here, a little balance challenge. Go ahead and lift the left hand if you can. Find your balance. And then take that right knee to the right elbow and hold. Just as a little strength challenge, drop that left hand down and then place your right foot, frame your right foot in a low lunge. Let's go ahead and lift up here in your low lunge. Let's take a deep breath. And then let's frame our foot again and come into a half split. So take that right leg out, coming into a half split. You can forward fold here over your right leg. One more deep breath. Go ahead and bend into that right knee and then lift your back leg. And coming into a three-legged dog with that right leg up high. From here, we're going to do an interesting little flow. We're going to do it 4 times all the way through. We're going to flip over into a wild thing, stretching, reaching up, coming back through our three-legged dog, and then stepping that right foot outside the right hand for a lizard pose, reaching our right arm forward, stretching it back forward, release the right hand down, back up into your three-legged dog. 3 more times. Flipping for your wild thing, three-legged dog, lizard, reach, stretch back, reach, three-legged dog. Twice more. At your own pace. There's no need to rush. Just going through movements. Here's our last one. Really getting to the end of that stretch, taking it all the way. Big body movements. So beneficial. Last one, come back to your three-legged dog. From here, you can do three-legged chaturanga. Come down, push back into your up dog, and then all the way back into your downward facing dog. Let's take one deep breath here. And you can even pedal it out for just a second. Then go ahead and bend the knees. Look towards the top of your mat and then step or hop to the front of your mat. From here, go ahead and bring your big toes together, your heels wide, and come into your chair pose. So bend the knees deeply, come on up into your chair. And then from here, we're going to take our hands to our heart in prayer, come up high onto the toes, and then squat down onto your mat. From here, we're going to turn and face the horizontal side of your mat, and we're going to do some hops and some side shuffles and some toe balances. So from here, it looks like this. We're going to take our hands and hop to one side, and then we're going to walk in a deep side shuffle to this side, back to this side, and then we're going to hop and do that shuffle again. So this is kind of fun. And then we shuffle back to the other side. We're really building strength and balance and mobility. And then from here, we're just going to do 4 of those hops with the toe balance. So we hop to this side, balance, and then hop to this side and balance. Let's do that once more each direction. So going this side, and then this side. Good job. Let's go ahead and turn and face the top of our mat. And here we're just going to be in a toe balance. So you can keep your fingers on the mat for balance, or maybe you want to try to bring one hand to your heart, maybe two. Hold here. And then let's go ahead and stand all the way up on your toes. Woo! And then lower our heels. From here, we're going to do 10 calf raises. So we just lift up on our toes and lower. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, there's 9, 10. Well done. Let's reach our hands wide, palms kiss, and forward fold. Go ahead and lift up to your flat back. From here, we're going to do a vinyasa. You can hop back into a chaturanga, or you can step back. I'm going to hop right into my chaturanga, up dog, and then release that into your downward facing dog. We're going to do all that on the other side. So let's go ahead and take our right foot to the center of our mat, lift our left foot high into our three-legged dog, and then if you want to try that again, go ahead and release that right hand, maybe come up onto the fingertips, and then lifting the right hand up to the sky in that balance challenge. From here, see if you can bring the knee forward, knee to elbow, hold, little challenge, release that right hand down, and step forward with the left knee. So framing the foot. Once you feel stable here, let's come on up to our little lunge. Hold a couple deep breaths. And then let's frame our left foot again and come into our half split. So reach that left leg out. And then from here, you can fold over the left leg. You're going for your forehead to the knee. It may not get there. It may just be here. No worries. You're just trying to feel a stretch through that hamstring. Everybody's body is a little bit different. Release. Go ahead and bend that left leg, and then come back into your three-legged dog. So here we're going to do that fun little wild thing to lizard flow again. So we're going to flip over into our wild thing, reach up, really finish the pose, back into our three-legged dog, and then taking that left foot outside the left hand, reach the left hand forward, reach back, forward, three-legged dog. 3 more times, going at your own pace, going to your finish of the pose, being mindful and not just flaring your body around or flailing your body, but trying to control the movements. Back to a three-legged dog and flipping for wild thing. Coming on back. Lizard. Reach. Stretch. Reach. Three-legged dog. Last one here. There's no rush. Finish it all the way. Okay, so here we are in our three-legged dog, coming into our chaturanga on one leg. Go ahead and lower down. Lift into your up dog. And then all the way back into your down dog. Let's take one deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Go ahead and look toward your hands, step or hop to the top of your mat. Go ahead and find your forward fold. You can lift up flat back. And then walk your feet together, making sure your big toes touch. There's some space between your heels. Lower your butt down, coming up into your chair pose. So here we are in chair. Let's take our hands to our heart. Come up high onto your toes. And lower yourself down. Okay, you get another opportunity here to do those hops and shuffles. So we're going to go into it right away. Channeling our inner monkey. It's kind of fun. And then let's shuffle back. Whoa. And then back the other way. Really getting into those hips. Let's hop. Really getting them nice and strong. And let's shuffle. And then let's shuffle back the other way. And then let's go ahead and do those 4 hops and a toe balance. So hop to this side, hands up, balance, hop to the other side. Balance, that one was tough. Come back, balance, last one. Balance, and then turn and face the front of your mat. So from here, let's try that toe balance again. Fingertips on the floor, maybe one hand to the heart, maybe 2. Hold here for just a second. And then let's lift all the way up. On our toes, lower the heels. 10 more of those calf raises. Lift and lower. So come on up. There's 2, 3, 4, there's 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2. Awesome job. Switch your hands all the way up, palms kiss, and forward fold. Go ahead and lift up half back, or flat back, and then you can either step or hop into your chaturanga, to your up dog. Release that into your downward facing dog. All right, good job. From here, we're going to come forward into a plank. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, here's 6, 5, strengthening the core, 3, 2, and 1, and then lower yourself all the way down. From here, we're going to do some strengthening for our back. We're going to take our hands behind our head, and we're going to lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then make a little shell for your head. We're going to click our heels for 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do that 3 more times. So lift up. Here's 3, 2, 1. Heel clicks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it going. And then our heel clicks. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. And then our heel clicks. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. From here, go ahead and take your hands under your shoulders and push yourself all the way back into a child's pose. And then from here, you're going to reach your hands back, knees close together, and just let that lower back release for just a moment. So just holding here in your child's pose, feeling a nice release in that lower back for just a second, taking a deep breath. And then gently release yourself up into your hero's pose. From here, we're going to reach back and just stretch out the body for 6 times. So we're going to stretch back with the right hand and then the left. Let's do that twice more each side. Should feel good with my back just popped. That's nice. Once more. And release. From here, let's pass through our tabletop, coming into a knee plank. And from here, we're going to do something called archer's push-ups. I don't know if you're familiar with these, but what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands pretty wide, having your fingers face away from your body. Wow, my floor is slick. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, and then you're going to come down to one side. We're going to go to the right first, and then push yourself back up. So this is a really wide single arm push-up. We're doing 8, so 4 each side. So this is 2, 3, 1 more each side. Very good. Go ahead and walk your hands back underneath you, lifting yourself back into a full plank. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, not dropping the hips. Trying to keep yourself strong and steady for 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to push back. You can either hop or step outside each of your hands for a yogi squat. So pop yourself up into a yogi squat. We're going to hold here for just a minute. You can make a prayer shape with your palms, using your elbows to really push the knees away. Again, I know I do squats almost every class. That's because they are so important for your hips. This is such a great move to do. Really keeps you mobile, keeps your hip joints agile. We don't want hip replacement surgery as we get older. And this is a nice way to keep that joint really, really healthy. So I think we've done that long enough. Let's go ahead and sit back. And from here, we're going to do some ab circles. So you can keep your knees bent to make it easier. You can keep them straight to make it more challenging. I'm going to do the first one bent. So we're going to circle to one side and then back to center. So we're leaning back. If you like, you can straighten your legs. That is going to make it harder. We're doing 3 more each side. It's up to you. Choose your adventure. Choose your challenge. Whatever it is, if you want bent legs, straight legs, it's up to you. Last one. And release. From here, we're not done with your abs yet. Come on down to your elbows. We're going to do one more ab exercise here. So we're going to take one leg up to the sky, one leg out. Switch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then drop them both down. Heel clicks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we're really getting into those lower abs. 2, 1. And then click it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take them back up twice more. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Go ahead and drop the feet. Come back up onto your hands. From here, go ahead and lift yourself up and push your butt a little bit closer to your heels. And then open up here through the chest. You can look up, getting a stretch to the shoulders, getting a heart opener, a little bit of a back bend. You can even just kind of rock a little bit side to side here, getting into the shoulders. The hard stuff is done. Now we're just going to stretch everything out. Should feel good. So from here, let's go ahead and cross our right foot over our left knee. We can scooch a little bit closer to our heel to get a deeper stretch. You should be feeling this in that right glute. So just stretching it out here and hold. And then you can scoot back to release that right foot. Let's cross over with our left. Same thing. I'm going to scoot back up closer to my heel and push my chest forward, getting a stretch there in that left glute. Great job. Let's go ahead and scoot the butt back and release. From here, let's take our legs wide, and then you can walk yourself up and kind of maybe push your hips forward just a smidge to get a little bit more length. And we're just going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So really being mindful of keeping our back nice and straight. Come down to where you feel like keeping your feet nice and bright. And just holding here. So getting a nice stretch through that inner groin. We're going to hold here for a few seconds. And if you feel while you're here that you could maybe release a little bit further, then go ahead and do that. Maybe coming down to the elbows. If you're really flexible, you can come all the way down to the forehead. That's not happening for me today. I'm just going to hold it right here because I'm trying to be really mindful of my back. Great job. Go ahead and walk your hands back in. Using your hands to wrap behind your knees to help them lift up. Bend them and then go ahead and come on down to your back. From here, let's take our feet as wide as our yoga mat like we did at the beginning. And we're just going to drop both the knees over to the right. And what I'm going to do is cross my right foot on top of my left knee, make a T with my hands, and just get that nice spinal twist through the back. You can look up, you can look over your left shoulder if that feels comfortable for your neck. It's just up to you. We're just doing a spinal twist here for just a moment. If that doesn't feel good to rest your foot on your knee, then by all means just release it. But it's just maybe if you want a little, if you just want to go a little bit deeper. Whatever feels best for you. And then go ahead and release that, come back through center, and then just drop those knees all the way over to the left. And then take that left foot on top of the right knee. You can gaze over the right shoulder if you wish. And we're just going to hold here. Taking some deep breaths. You guys did an awesome job today. That was not easy. That was a pretty tough practice. I'm curious to know if you guys like those stronger practices. Because if you do, I actually had a lot of fun making that. So I would be really eager to make more of those if those resonate with you. So please in the comments let me know. Go ahead and release that if you like that or not, and I'll add more because they are fun. From here we're going to do Happy Baby. So if Happy Baby is not in your practice, if you can't reach your feet, you can always just hold onto your knees like this, or you can grab your ankles, or you can go into a full Happy Baby and grab the outsides of your feet. So from here, we're really just trying to release that lower back, draw the knees into the shoulders. You can even rock a little bit side to side here. That's a really nice massage for the muscles that line your spine. Feels good. One thing I'm going to do here to get a hamstring stretch is I'm actually going to go into a modified plow pose. So I'm going to grab the fronts of my feet by the toes, straighten my legs, and I'm going to just lift them over my head and just hold here just because I really, really want that lower back release. But reminding myself this is a spinal compression. So if this does not feel comfortable on your neck, don't do it. You don't want to injure yourself because you are compressing the spine. If you are in a modified plow pose, go ahead and release. Coming back through that Happy Baby. Maybe one last big squeeze here, pulling the knees towards the shoulders. And once you feel you've had enough, go ahead and release the legs down. Taking your feet out as wide as your yoga mat and just letting those feet flop right open. I'm going to open up my arms, palms facing up towards the sky. And you can go ahead and relax here in our corpse pose. So really just letting the breathing return back to normal. We're only here for a minute or two, but I really want to invite you not to skip it. This is where we incorporate all that hard work we did into the muscle tissues of the body and just let it sink in. So if you want to stay here longer, you can hit pause. If you've got time to have a longer savasana, I encourage you to do that. If you're ready to get going with your day, though, let's go ahead and nod our head side to side. And then roll to one side, pausing in a fetal position for just a second. And then go ahead and push yourself up into a seat. Let's just take a second here, keeping your eyes closed. Once again, like we did at the beginning, go ahead and do that body scan. See if those areas that you noticed tightness or tension, see if anything has shifted there. Once you've done your body scan, maybe do that energetic scan and just see if your energy levels have shifted. Just noticing, just becoming aware, really trying to solidify that mind-body connection. They are connected, and so we're just bringing awareness to that. Let's go ahead and take our palms to our hearts, bow the head, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this Yoga Mo-Flo class today. Again, like I said, if you really liked that style of class and those really interesting moves and that stronger practice, let me know in the comments and I will be happy to make more of those. If you liked this video, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so. 2 workouts come out every week. I don't want you to miss them.